All right, welcome back. So today I got something that I've been wanting to get for a while, and I haven't tried it out yet. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so been trying to figure out. I like to take pictures of waterfalls and water and stuff like that, and I like to slow down my shutter speed to get that nice creamy look and show the motion. And so, in sunny days, it kind of stinks. Like it's hard to do. I went with not a polarizer, but I have purchased a variable ND filter. Filter, as they're called. I did a lot of research. You can buy anything from the super cheap ones to really nice ones. This is pretty much in mid-road, I guess. But this is all in one. You can buy different ones that have each stop. So what they do is they cut out a stop of light. Essentially, all this is a sunglasses for your camera. So essentially, you can slow down your shutter speed and let's let out less light in. You don't overexpose things, and you can take those nice creamy pictures of waterfalls and water like that in higher light, harsh light situations, and it still comes out good. You're not blowing out your whites and stuff of that nature. So without further ado, let's unpack this thing. All right, so let's unpack this and see what we got. HGX Prime. Let's get it a little closer here. Come on, camera. There we go. There's a mark right there. And you can see it in my hand. It's got this little knob right here that you can move it. Does not have stops, but it has lines, so it's in the nice little threads. All right, now we got it unpacked. Build quality seems all right. I think the only thing I dislike about this one, and this one's the HGX Prime, it has the lines on it. If you can see here, see if we can get it to focus, but it's got the lines on it, right, to show you what stops. And this is 1.3 stops to 8 stops of light. It's got the threads that goes on your lens. Now, mind you, when you buy these, you have to buy these to the diameter of your lens, and the diameter of your lens is generally on the front of your lens. So let me grab a lens and I'll show you. All right, so here's the kit lens to my Nikon. Right here on the front of your lens and all your lenses, it'll say the diameter. That's the diameter. It has nothing to do with your millimeters of the focal length. It has to do with the diameter of your lens itself. And so when you buy a filter, you need to know that diameter. Okay, they also make filters, so you can buy a step ring. So if you buy filters that are bigger than this, like they make a step ring that goes from, I can probably go from a 52 to a 77. And I could put the big one on there, which is fine. But I don't. I don't know if I'll ever do that, but if I wanted to, I could, right? Just make sure you get the right size. Now, depending on who you talk to, what bowels of the internet you go to, some people are going to say these things suck, or they stink. Sorry, YouTube just said these things, the variable ones aren't that good. The variable ones are good. I did some research, and I'm going to be honest, like, if you get in the mid-range, like I think I paid $135 for this, which in reality is not bad. Now, if they're smaller, they're going to be cheaper. This is something that I don't suggest you go on Amazon and buy the cheapest piece of junk you can find, because you're probably going to affect your color. I'm going to run it through the paces. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute, me running it through paces, kind of what it does out of my front deck. However, but without further ado, let's go play with this thing and see how well it works. All right, so now we're out on my deck. I'm in full manual mode. I decided I wasn't going to do auto, and I realized the camera's doing things to it, and it doesn't really see the effect of this. So, anyways, it's all manual. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting at 1/200th of a second on the shutter speed. I am shooting at f7, and I'm at ISO 100. Now, what the nice thing is about back here is it is cloudy, but if you see, there is some sun, there is some brightness. So I think we're going to get a good idea of what these things are doing. So the first picture we're going to take is, I got the lens in my hand. I'm not going to have any lens, it's just the lens itself. And once again, the settings are 1/200th of a second. We got f7 and ISO 100. Now when you screw this on, you got to ensure you make sure it doesn't cross thread because they're very fine threads. So no getting all crazy with the ooga doogas. And you turn it to the minimum, just like that. Now it's on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk my way through it as I go through. And after I take each picture, I'm going to show it up on the screen. And that way you can kind of get an idea what's going on with it, all right? Cool, let's do this. First stop, 1.3 stops of light. Second stop. Third stop. Now when I say stop, this isn't like the third stop of light. It's the next notch on the lens itself. So that's 1, 2, 3, this is 4, notch 4. Notch 5. Notch 6. And notch 7. Alright, so 7 and 8 aren't going to do it because it's just too dark for my camera. And so my camera's telling me you can't take a picture, you're a moron. Now, that's probably me, but so I can't take a picture. So if you can see, that last one was pretty dark. And so the last two, without changing the settings, it's just black. It's not letting in enough light. Let's go back inside an office and take our final take on this. All right, we're back in my office. So after showing that, I'm going to show you exactly how it goes on because I figured I didn't show it. Mary and I got my go-to lens, the go-to, the 24-120 f4 all the way through. You buy a Nikon, this is this thing. If you don't have a lens, buy this lens. I will go over this lens at some point. I took the lens hood, see I got a lens hood. I came with a lens hood, so I keep the lens hood on there. It does a couple things. The lens hood keeps the glare off the lens. It keeps a little rain off the lens, but it also acts as a protectant in case you drop it, because I have heard stories of people dropping lenses, and this cheap $20, $30 lens hood has saved their lens from getting shattered. Shatters that, doesn't matter. But anyways, you got to take that off. Now you take this and see, there's these little threads right here, and then there's threads right in here, right? So it's pretty simple. You just got to put it in there. Don't cross thread it. Be nice, easy. No heavy ooga doogas, like I said earlier. No ooga doogas. Just finger tight, man. Just like that. Boom, done. And see, it's got this nice little knob on here. You see that little knob? Let's see if my camera will focus out. No, that lens sucks. All in all, so far, for $139, for what I like to do a lot of nature photography. I like to do a lot of wildlife photography. And it's always bright. And up here in Alaska, if we want to take stuff that doesn't have snow on the ground, we're very limited on the days. Not limited. We got like 4 or 5 months, but still, like, so when I like to go out, I like to take pictures of those waterfalls. I like to take pictures of that running water, but I like to slow down the shutter speed. And I really enjoy slowing down that shutter speed, showing the motion and getting that buttery, creamy thing, water, that soft water. And I think it's cool. You know, I've only been doing this for a couple months, and I do have gear acquisition syndrome. I like to buy stuff. It's cool stuff, right? Can't take it with you. So all in all, I think this is a very good starter, right? I bought this at my local shop at Stewart's here in Anchorage. I can't say that enough. You can buy photo stuff everywhere. If you can, go to your local shop. If you're a hobbyist of anything, go to your local shop. It helps. It helps them, it helps you, and you have built that relationship with them. So go to your local shop, and if you have to, order online. I got this in my local shop. I might have paid a couple extra bucks. I think it's going to be worth it. And I'm going to go try it out, and I'll probably have some pictures later on, some other video with some pictures I've taken with it. So with that said, y'all get out there, take some pictures, show them off. Bye.